after the Olympics, and they was able to. That's what the Olympics was about in '96. See, the entire Olympics was a ritualistic ceremony concocted in Atlanta, Georgia, to gain control over the energy grid on the planet. If you look at they never had an Olympics in Atlanta ever. They never had an Olympics in Atlanta ever. See what I'm saying? Ever. It ain't never been no Olympics in Atlanta before '96. Right? So in 1996, that was all about gaining control over the energy grid down here on this 33rd parallel. And they were able to have a successful Olympics. All right. Now, many of you remember I talked about this great invasion that also took place in 95, 94, and 95. All right. And it was also the 2 years that Michael Jordan was what? So-called retired from basketball. Remember I told y'all about this invasion that took place, and I was like, I haven't done the lecture on it yet, but I said, think about this. Why would Michael Jordan stop playing basketball for 2 years and then go back? Who the hell gonna just retire for one sport that they great at, getting paid professionally, then just go try a whole nother sport? A motherfucker would just retire. You feel me? They not finna retire and then go play a whole nother sport and really try their hardest and be a bum at like Mike was in baseball. Then come back to basketball, which is what they really loved. I told you that was a time stamp jump to make everybody forget what the great invasion of 1995, 94, 95, when certain ancestors came and a huge war broke out on the planet. Beings came to your planet through portals, and people that was alive in that time don't even remember it because of their neurons were shifted. Their memory was erased through using program synthesizers, because everybody watched regular TV back in the 90s. So they used to have the programs that used to come on the TV and say, this is a test. Beep. And they'll show all the colors. You know what I'm saying? And they was hypnotizing the masses with that. Wiping out the memories of what they had seen, the trauma people had went through in 94, 95. All right? So now, I haven't done a long lecture on this topic yet, but I will do a lecture on this war that took place in 95. All right? So that was also a big part of why they needed to conquer the energy grid in 96. Coming fresh out of that, they was trying to seal up those portals, which they did successfully. And Y2K was all about them gaining control over the portals. When they told everybody, oh, the world was going to end in Y2K, that was about them just gaining control over the portals. The world wasn't in, they was sealing up the portals because their time was already up. But you still had our ancestors and beings from the Galactic Confederations that would come down here and try to launch attacks from the outside. Like I said, we've been trying to get into this planet to free you since they took control of the planet. Since they invaded the realm. We sent many messengers down here. Many of them were killed, jailed. Most of them wasn't listened to after they left. Then the teachers they left behind were picked up by others who were sent down to wake you up. Okay, so the whole 96 Olympics had everything to do with the Great Invasion of 1995, which is when certain spaceships came down to this planet that we sent, the Anunnaki sent, and other members in the Galactic Confederation sent these scouting ships down here to try to free certain individuals if they can get through these portals, which they did successfully, and the war broke out. That's why they came out with Independence Day as also. Look, man, let's see when Independence Day came out, man. I don't even know. I'm gonna just look it up and see. I promise I don't know when Independence Day came out, but I'm finna find out. What year? Because I know what Independence Day was all about. It was about the invasion. It took place in 95. What year did Independence Day come out? I don't know. I'm just going to see. More things taking place in 96. July 3rd, 1996 was the day in the year Independence Day came out. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. And what I tell you, the Great Invasion of 94, 95 actually took place. All right? They bleached everybody's memories after they defeated certain ancestors that came through down this portal. They used the television channels to do it. Mass hypnosis. To bleach everybody's memories clean. Then they made the biggest person at that time was Jordan. This is why they got everybody believing in that timestamp. All of a sudden, Mike just played basketball for 2 years, baseball for 2 years. Then all of a sudden, he went back to basketball. What year did Jordan win his first championship again? 96. What year was the Olympics in Atlanta? 1996. What year did they make Mark Henry retire from lifting weights in the Olympics and become a professional wrestler to hide the DEA? 1996. Come on, man. Independence Day is all about the Great Invasion of 1994 and 95. The entire way the movie goes is a fucking documentary. Period. 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 Because when they came, they literally had the whole sky. The ships was so big that our skies was filled, so we couldn't do nothing but see them. The same way they show you an Avenger. That's where they get that from in Avengers as well. When the first Avengers, when the ships is coming through the portal, out the sky in Avengers, they got that from how the sky looked at when our ancestors came in, when they first came back in 94, 95. Independence Day is about them defeating our ancestors and pushing them away from the planet and closing the portal up. Then the year Y2K, the year 99 going to 2000 was when they gained access over the portal through the Vatican. Because the Vatican is actually built on one of the 3 major portals, which I was talking about this on my website the other night on the real history of Africa. How there is no such thing as Africa. Before it was called Africa, it was just another part of Atlantis. And there's 3 major portals on Atlantis. The biggest portal is in North America. This is why they made North America their capital. The USA is the most world power because of this portal that they built over her. Okay? And then the second biggest portal is in present day what they're calling Africa. Africa is connected to the North America. But they don't show that to you on the map because they show you the maps backwards. And upside down and all the way fucked up. All right, they got everything, states looking bigger than they are, cities, nothing on the map look like it look in real life. Nothing, everything is a completely different locations, way bigger or smaller. I'm just connecting these dots. And this was all did because of this great invasion that took place in 93, 94. All right? 94, 95. Also, what else took a drastic shift in 96? Tupac Shakur. Music. Tupac Shakur was killed in September 1996. We got a lot of shit going on in 96 now. Because after Tupac Shakur dies, their music is completely shifted. They stop even letting talented motherfuckers even get in. They stop even letting people have so much say-so. Tupac was followed by Jay-Z and DMX. They kept hip-hop alive. All right? That was 97, 98, dog. 99 when Cash Money really blew up and ushered in that bling bling. See what I'm saying? Music started to change. See what I'm saying? Cash Money got everybody on the rims. Everybody get your roll on. Everybody here. That was 2000. 20s. Big rims, loud pipe, boy. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? That was all Cash Money, man. The whole bling bling. Every time I come around your city, bling bling, big ring, all that started the whole super wave. Niggas was wearing gold in the 80s. Niggas started wanting diamonds because of Cash Money. Let's let the record reflect. This was in 1999. Okay? The music started shifting in 96 after they got rid of pop. A lot of shit is happening in 96. We wondering why. Because of this war that took place 94, 95. Hollywood began to become infiltrated in 1996. Before then, it was still regular human beings running Hollywood. That's why they wasn't trying to. That's why back then, selling out just involved like them really gaining control of your masters and access to all your publishing. See what I'm saying? Because you still had human beings controlling the entertainment industry. When they used to make the people sell out in the 60s and 70s, they wasn't eating them. They wasn't eating them then. Wasn't doing that. You feel me? It wasn't. They wasn't doing that then. Feel me? They wasn't killing and cloning them then. They wasn't eating them then. You feel me? But after 96, then now they what? Now it's all the killing, the cloning going on. You feel me? The killing and the cloning start going on because of after 96. After they sealed that portal up, they moved differently. They elected to move differently. You get what I'm saying? They elected to move differently. They said we could never have we need complete control over this realm. So they locked down all forms of entertainment. They then began to kill and miss and replace all the rich human beings who they had in positions of leadership. They began to kill and replace them and body snatch them. So this is when they start shapeshifting into their forms. All right, this is all going on in 99, 98, 96, 96 on back, rather. All right, so that's why Atlanta was important, and it becomes Black Hollywood. Atlanta becomes Black Hollywood. My bad, y'all. But yeah, 33rd parallel.